The vibes are very, very strong today. I don't even think I need to do a vibe check with you. But if I were to do a vibe check,
Oh,
what would the vibe today be? Yeah, yes, all the foot fetishes.
Burks, mama. It's a Burke. It's a Burke.
The
Under the
lesbians are very proud of
Yeah.
that.
Down, beautiful down, Burke, comfortable Burke.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today for your exclusive public apology to address the controversy with a statement. Would you like to apologize now or later?
I would like to do both.
Okay.
Wait, let me just do this from so angle.
I'm wiping away the tears. Okay.
I want everybody to know. How bad was that Melania address? Where she looked literal profile.
It's like this. It's like me taking a selfie.
I'm like, what in the hell? Anyways, so it is. Thank you so much for allowing me to address the controversy.
Yeah,
to
of course.
Explore and finally squash the drama, but also look at the beef. Check the beef out.
Check the beef.
What's the beef like? And then maybe order dessert.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was wonderful. I think you cleared it all up just with that.
No more questions. Yeah, excellent.
No, in all seriousness, today is an interdisciplinary summit on so many things. It's a literary summit because you're now a New York Times bestselling author.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, feminist summit because you're a woman. It's a culinary summit because you're a mukbang legend. How do you balance wellness as a tall, creative young woman in her late 30s when you're dedicating so much time to being an icon in so many different genres?
And while doing all that, and trying to fall in love, Joey, it's just too much some days.
Way too much.
It's too much. Well, I think the thing that keeps me getting through it and getting back to it is God. I love God.
God?
God.
Is God a woman or a man in your eyes?
Oh, no, God's a man with a beard. And he's right up there.
Just looking straight up at God.
God is right up there and he's saying, you go, girl. You got this, girl. I can't help you in any way or prove to you that I actually exist. But that's going to be the thing that keeps you going. What a scam. What a scam.
Right.
No, exactly. So now that the election is like almost really upon us, I've just been re-energized about our religion and how ridiculous it is. And it has no place in official public building.
I don't know if I can endorse that statement on EW's Instagram account, but I will let you.
For all the cronies on the top floor of EW, listen up. If you want to make your employees say the Pledge of Allegiance, that's not company policy. Yeah, I wasn't holding the phone. I'll just do this.
One finger.
Yeah, as my wig gently creeps back, that's how you know I'm serious.
No, I think the most important summit that this is today, though, it's a musical summit because you just announced your debut EP, Vampire Fitness, which is out November 13th.
Yeah.
And this is your first official interview for this EP. And now I have to ask, given the title, Vampire Fitness, is all the planking that you've been doing recently, was that just promo for this EP? Like you were trying to embed the word fitness into our subconscious?
Jerry, not only that, it's a multi-pronged, many-tiered assault. I have these bangs, I put them in, but they're so yellow because my teeth are so white, they're so white. But I'm just gonna wear them.
Are those the ones you wore for the cover shoot?
But I think one fang just gets it across.
Just one?
Yeah.
Yes. Unilateral. Yeah. Unilateral thing.
Like, do you know about goth leisure?
I don't, actually. That sounds like something Tracy would be well educated on.
So there's athleisure clothing, right?
Right.
So in LA, everybody dresses like they're going to go to the gym, regardless of whether they do or don't, because they usually don't. But it's okay. We don't judge. The point is the clothes are really comfortable and they look great. I feel like I'm always going to go to the gym. Like, I'm always ready to go to my favorite gym, and it doesn't exist. But like, it's the same kind of mentality where I'm like, oh, damn, 3 times a day I wish that trampoline, like gymnastics, really safe, adults only, like karate school was open now, and it's not, but in my mind that would be like the Vampire Fitness compound that adults.
Now I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't.
Oh, there we go. Okay, that sounds better. All right.
It's the deep state.
It's the fang. It's the one fang.
Um,
No, I'm kidding.
Let me take it out. I'm just kidding. There is a point. There is a certain point where like, no, I just wanted to answer the question that so many fans have been asking. Please don't do music.
Well, no. Okay, so that is, I think, a legitimate point because a lot of the people are like, it's become like a stereotypical thing. I think it's like, oh, like we're just gonna put out music. Yeah. But I think that the way that you approach things, I know that you put your all into whatever you do, and judging by the press release that came out for this sounds like it's going to be incredible. So why was this like the right time for you to do an EP?
You are so flattering, but you are so wrong.
What? I am not wrong.
I don't plan anything. I'm not a planner. I'm a fly by the seat. No, I've actually been working on it for about 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
And just trying to get all the melodies right. I've been at the piano every night for 3 years, and I had to take a little break, so I kind of shelved it. And like I remember thinking, it's like, oh, I should really do this. Oh, I don't want to do this. And then vacillating between periods of like humiliation about the project to like enthusiasm.
Mm.
And then I stopped thinking about it for a while, and then quarantine, I'm like, oh, I'm building this little gym in my house, this little rinky-dink. Oh my God, can I show you?
Yes. Is this the one you do all of the planking in?
Yeah, but I want to show you I trained one client, and I really can't take anybody else.
That's X-rated.
She is so needy. She is so needy. Like, oh God. And she wants me to get her on steroids. Not happening, Jessica.
No, not happening. Not at all. Tell her no. Shut it down.
No, but I wanted to do music that was not like drag music.
Right.
I wanted to do like music that you could hear like in a club that I've never been to. Yeah, like I don't know. I've never been to it. Maybe in a Diane Keaton movie.
Right. Oh, yeah, lovely. Yes, a club and Diane Keaton movie that goes together so well. Now, you said that you sat at the piano for 2 years just like waiting for this to come out of you. The spoken word piece, was that just like you in front of the mirror speaking to yourself for 2 years in a row before that came out?
Absolutely. It's a rich and fertile and very evolving dialogue. When you're a person who thinks a lot, you have to keep talking to yourself, otherwise you lose it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like you don't practice your horn or your violin. It's like, ooh, one day. So I really keep that dialogue with myself going.
Yeah, even if there's no one around to hear it, it's good to just do it with yourself.
Especially, but there's always Jessica.
Well, Jessica, icon.
Yeah. Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
How old are you? 22? 27.
Oh, bless you. Oh, who's being flattering now? 22.
I'm not being flattering. 22-year-olds are not great. Who wants to be that young again?
I am 30.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. You're like, oh yeah, that explains the wrinkles.
Looking good, kid. Looking very good. No, you look great.
Oh, thank you.
Well, we don't talk about Botox on the air.
I don't have any Botox. Everybody always in the comments thinks that I have Botox.
Well, because it's just Lake Placid. Beautiful.
And, oh, that is so flat. Thank you so much. You're making me blush. Now, I have to, reading what's in store for this EP though, it just sounds wild. I mean, we've apparently got, so reading off of what it says.
18 minutes.
What?
I think it's only 18 minutes.
Short and quick. That's how we like it. But apparently it's got dark industrial dance music on a song called Ravioli, which you compared to Aphex Twin and Prodigy. And I just want to know, the inspiration for the sound, but knowing you, is this actually going to be like an industrial house banger about the titular edible Italian dish, or is this like a sexual metaphor?
Titular, I thought it had something to do with titties. It's like, yeah.
No.
I was like, how did he know? I'm going to tell you. Do you love going grocery shopping?
I love it.
Do you always have a hard time finding exactly what you need to make that perfect ravioli dish?
I do.
Let me tell you.
As an Italian,
Look no further than your own house. In fact, you never have to leave your house again. You just go right into the bathroom. You open up the toilet seat, and you take out some human or human piss, and you roll that into your ravioli, you beast.
This is real lyrical inspiration.
No, yeah, some of the lyrics, I'll give you a hint, are filled with human piss, human shit, dog piss, cat piss, rat piss. You know, mostly for the purposes of rhyming, songwriting. But
5 different types of piss.
yeah, but we really went to like I feel like we got the essence of Italy. You know how the jade is the essence of beauty?
Right.
This ravioli is the essence of Italy.
The essence of Italy and piss. I love it.
I don't know why I'm laughing. It's not a joke. It's just
great.
You know, one semester of Italian at Boston University, and here I am, poised to win a Grammy.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Chef's piss.
Chef! Shut it down, everybody. You hear that? Tabitha is in stitches. We love Joey, don't we, Tab? Yeah. Do you listen to music?
I think I've listened to music.
I know that gay you listen to, like the Dolls and, you know, the Grandes and Spearses and stuff.
The Dolls and Grandes.
No, the Dolls. You know, like, you know, the divas.
Gaga's my number one.
Okay, that is so surprising.
Stop it.
What about? Do you ever go off the beaten path? Do you ever like get lost in Spotify and say, "Where am I? Where am I?" Ooh, it's strange.
I do.
But you do. When was the last time you really?
The last time that really happened, I went down.
I'm gonna kill you.
No, there was a close. There was a Japanese city pop playlist that I went down. It was like all of this Japanese pop from like the 70s and 80s, and I lost my mind. So don't know if that's similar to what's going on here, but I am intrigued by things that are not what I'm used to.
Yeah, that's what I like with music. Music is very I'm about to say something very controversial.
It's gonna shock me, yeah.
Music is really important to me. and I like it. So the problem is those pesky lyrics.
Keep creeping in there.
Pesky lyrics. Ooh, I don't want to know what she's singing about. Ooh, why does she keep telling me? I found a way. Another language.
You're gonna have to apologize for that later. That's a very controversial statement.
What? Oh yeah. Well,
I'll the lyrics get in the way.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean, I that is probably a song lyric. I want to tell you I love you, but the lyrics keep getting in the way. You know. I listen to mostly Russian pop music or Russian music, lyrical, and I know a fair amount of Russian. But let me tell you, Joey, most times I don't know what they're saying, and many times I don't give a shit.
It's all about the sound.
Give me those consonant clusters. Yeah, those good old consonant clusters. It's fabulous. Like in French, you know, I know French, but who cares? It's like, oh, I don't want to know you went in there like a wrecking ball. I want to feel it, Miley. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do know exactly what you mean. You want to feel it deep in your soul, the wrecking ball.
The wrecking ball.
Deep within you.
Deeper than my...
So it does say that you're singing in award-winning, quote-unquote, award-winning languages like Portuguese. So you're doing Portuguese on the song? How did you learn Portuguese?
Well, I have a lot of free time. No, I was just made aware that, so I used the chorus is in Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese, and it's like, and then sit on my face. And these are things I've learned not through reading books, not through watching television programs, but through people screaming them at me all the time, to my face and online.
You're like,
these Brazilian fans are no stranger to the blue word, the salty language of it all. And so that's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm. And your lesbian lover, Trixie, is also featured on a song called Ding Dong. So it's a Eurodance song, described as a Eurodance song.
Bar Mitzvah Barn Burner.
I love that. And I don't think that Trixie has done like a dance-oriented track before. So did it take some convincing to get her to do a song that's not like folk in the middle of a field with a guitar?
No, she was really, really, really cooperative and very collaborative in the process.
Yeah, what was writing that song together like? How was that? Was it the same as the book?
It's like, to me, this is such a joke because once you hear the song, it's like 4 words from a movie. She says James Gum, and that's it. And that is so funny to me. It's like, like a joke she came in and performed a joke that was only between the two of us on Twitter for like weeks, and nobody thought it was funny because it wasn't.
I think the James Gunn stuff is funny.
Joey, did Stacey ever mention a man named James Gunn? Like, it's just so weird. It's like, oh my God. But anyway, so all inside jokes aside, the song is so lovely. Because it's not a parody. It's not a parody. I don't think it's like a parody, but it's a homage
to
Svetlana Labada's song "Boom Boom."
Look, that's a real song?
Oh, it surely is, and you need to look it up on YouTube.com right now.
I'll go down the Spotify hole.
Yeah,
Okay.
Labada. It's Loboda. Svetlana Lobo. It sounds like you'd read it Laboda, but it's Labada.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, I have homework to do now. I will definitely go do that. And there is a song also on Vampire Fitness in Russian. The title I can't even pronounce. It just looks like a bunch of squiggles to me. So how do you pronounce that?
What would you like if you had to say it? Because I know that's so strange. But you have no idea. What would you say?
I don't know if it's orally possible. Like, I don't even know what that first symbol is.
Yeah. Glass. But I know, it just looks like a bunch of sticks.
Right.
A bunch of sticks on the ground.
It looks like the crop circles in Signs, that movie.
I know. It's like, so that was the funny thing about it. It's like, I love language. It's so arbitrary. It's like arbitrary. That word means glass. When you say eyes, it means then you say glaza, which is even, I think, more beautiful. But I don't want to bore you with poetics, but yeah, it was that one is a very experimental song. Not going to be played on Kiss 108 anytime soon.
So it's like a lot of it's this uninhibited digital deconstruction delivered entirely in Russian. So can you give us an example of what that sounds like?
That is a great uninhibited digital. What'd you say?
Distortion.
You're hitting the nail on the head so many times we can't even see the nail anymore. Yeah, at one point we had recorded me having an orgasm and then shrieking as I was being like violently murdered, and then we're like, what if an alien chipmunk were to go through that thing, and then you boop 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 beep beep beep, and then there you go, and it's just fun.
So it's like a lot of wailing, a lot of like guttural noises, a lot of just weird chirping.
A little bit at the end, but it's a real groovy beat.
Can you give like a vocal sample of what this might sound like? Can you do something from the song?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
See, I can't do it. But I'll say the lyrics are really pretty there. Sounds like but it's like an old timey proverb that says, God doesn't give thirsty cows a horn.
Oh. God is playing such a big part in this discussion.
Well,
today.
I mean, and he should be, as he's number one, creator of the universe. Can you believe it? What a guy.
I know, right? There's so many contradictions in this. I love it so much.
Well, there you go. That is his calling card, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I love you. Die.
So speaking of contradictions, you as a dentist, on Be Your Own Dentist, you're apparently an oral surgeon now. This is spoken word, slam poetry.
Listen, I have never faked a medical credential.
Mm-mm.
I will never do that. That is not classy behavior. But I love those guided meditations, right? Mm-hmm. But I always find them to be a little bit boring. So I thought, spice it up. I was like, what if we just do, take out your own teeth or something like that, because
why not?
I remember that Momo thing that went around where there was like that little illustration that was popping up on the TV or on YouTube.
Yes.
Tell kids to kill themselves.
Oh, that's so
I
scary.
love that. Yeah, I love that. And I thought it'd be funny if kids with good manual dexterity, of course, could get some pliers. They stumble upon the track on their headphones, then, push comes to shove, and little Susie Q's got no teeth. Aww.
What if you get sued over this?
Mary, that's not really possible. Because it's just not.
They're going to take your library.
Well, if they would have taken away so many other, they would have taken the the rain away from Adele or something.
They're going to take your one tooth, your one vampire tooth.
Mama, you take one, another one will pop up right where that was.
Just spring right back. So I really do like this idea of you as like a slam poet, though. Like, I mean, it's very intriguing to me. Like, well, so, but it's more like it's not. Is it more like poetry, or is it like spoken word? I know doesn't always have to rhyme, but
well, I mean, I think poetry needs to rhyme because otherwise it's just words or prose, or like, because there's so many different types of there's so many different types of things that involve a lot of words, like, oh, that's a letter. Oh, that's a bill. Oh, that's the phone book. What's that? I don't know. Does it rhyme? Yes, it's a poem. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't think songs need to rhyme necessarily, but I mean, it really is nice when they do. Mm-hmm. And I just don't know why we don't do that anymore.
Yeah, you're bringing it back. So the next step for you, New York Times bestselling author, is poet laureate.
I'm a linguistic resurrector.
Yeah, that's so much power. Again, going back to the religious comparisons, you're resurrecting poetry.
Hey, kids, you can keep the LOLs, and you don't have to capitalize, but please, let's keep rhyming.
Let's keep rhyming.
Because it's like, it's fun when things rhyme. Anyways, but no, I really like that track, and I love Ravioli so much. I was talking about rhyming. I worked with this Italian guy, real life Italian guy in Italy. And I brought him my lyrics, and he came up with a bunch of translations, and then we put the song together. And it's just so lovely.
Like I'm wondering how you, because I really liked hearing you and Trixie talk about how you approach like adapting your comedy for the book. So I'm wondering how was it different for you sort of writing more comedic or experimental things into a song?
As I've said before, and I will continue to say, this is not a comedy album. Mm-hmm. And if you ever...
you had me so scared.
No, I don't think it's... Well, I guess it's funny. Is music funny?
I think that it can be... I think that when something is humorous, I don't think that necessarily means that people are laughing at it. I think that sometimes things can be so absurd or bonkers that they are amusing.
Where is this from? Monogamy is the way to go. Just put your lips together and blow. Do you know what that's from? Monogamy. Britney Spears, Breathe.
I didn't listen to that album.
Oh my God, you kids.
I just know her from the meme where she's looking down the hole at the woman in Silence of the Lambs. Did you see that? I only pay attention to Britney when it's in that meme.
Good man, Joy. Keep on doing that, Scott. But it's just like the song is so like, and then all of a sudden she's like, corporate's like, hey, we love the sex, that's going to sell great, but maybe we should reinforce the one, just. The couples, we don't have to say marriage, but monogamy, okay. It's this weird, bizarre, like, rally for monogamy during the bridge or something. It's like,
yeah,
it's so crazy. I encourage you to go listen to it. But my point
I have heard that song.
Okay, so now you've been lying this whole time. Why have you been doing this interview?
I don't recall that specific line, but I have obviously heard that song before. I do know
she's wild. Mm-hmm. She's wild in her songs and in her videos.
Well, I mean, other wild things, this cover art, I do want to talk to you about this cover art. I love it so much.
I love it so much.
It's amazing.
I'm so into it.
The little vampire, I mean, that's another hint that you've been giving us for ages when you were doing your little elf ear filter on Instagram.
Or as I call it, focus testing.
Right. I mean, you look great as the vampire on this cover, but I love that you got one of the cock destroyers to pose as the nude woman on the couch. So congratulations on that.
Yeah.
Where did the idea for this cover come from?
It's from a famous painting called The Nightmare. Old painting, real old, And I have a lot of experience with sleep paralysis. Love it. And
Me too.
Do you really?
I do, yeah.
It's crazy, right?
It's so horrifying. Crazy. It really is.
And it's very like it's a very, I just realized I didn't glue my wig at all. It's a very like personal thing because, it's there's no way to describe exactly how like what you see or what you feel. Just enough that people are like, oh my god, that happens to me too, and that's great. But like, so this is like, I just love the idea of this weird like inner monster overseeing the career of this like helpless young woman whose breasts are just so incredibly laid bare, so visible, not even covered up a little bit. I mean, if anything I could say about her titties is that they were completely, totally, utterly naked.
Yeah, just
Titty
spread out there for everyone.
Titty showing. Yeah. Alvaro Massa, who is incredibly, talk about hot. He's so hot. The most incredibly hot, very talented Spanish photographer. He lives right down the street, and he did it in one day. It was fabulous.
Yeah, it really does look amazing. I see, because it's like I feel like I know that stuff goes on inside your head, but I never expected to see that as like your EP cover. If you would have told me like what does Katya's EP cover have? So,
What would a bunch of cigarette butts with like blood? What would you say?
something that like not blood, but like something more of like what we saw in the book with Trixie, something like that. Maybe like a more editorial kind of thing like that. But I love this. No, I love this so much. Now, I do have, Priyanka did submit a question for you. Priyanka would like to know, when did you fall in love with her, and what song from this EP would be best to consummate your love to?
Well, we both have pretty good teeth, so I would say, the Gemma is the best. Oh, Ding Dong.
Ding Dong.
Ding Dong. Yeah, Ding Dong.
With 4 words.
And if you're saying, I think by consummate, I'm assuming you're talking about intercourse. I don't do that. But we could scrapbook together. We could scrapbook. We could draw pictures of what we think it would feel like to have sex, and keep it to the time constraints of the song. It's very short, so that'd be good.
All to Ding Dong. I kind of like the image of that happening though to the spoken word one. I think that could work too, maybe.
7 minutes is quite a commitment. 7 minutes is quite a commitment.
That is a very long spoken word piece.
But it's meditation. Well, it's not spoken word. Not spoken word. There's no rhythmic. There's no like, and then I want you to fall asleep. You know, so it's not like that. It's like, it's very, I tried to do my best, like calm. And I think I did a pretty good job. I'm going to go out on a limb and say I did a pretty good job with the voice that I have.
I think that I have complete faith in that. Now, are you going to be doing any sort of digital performances or touring? Like, do you want to actually like do this on tour, this material?
Yes, great question. A lot of it happened because, well, Ravioli happened because I was in Italy, went all the way to Italy, and then coronavirus said, no, mama, no. So I still have to go back and do Rome and Milan. How great would it be to go back to Italy and sing to the children in Italiano?
Right. Yes.
Oh, mamma mia. I mean, I don't know Italian, but I love it.
So Italian-only tour for this EP.
Yeah, with that tour of Italy. Like those little, yeah. Only about food, mama. Only about food. We're not going to really explore. I'm not really qualified to branch out and explore other themes at this point, but I think food is a good starting place because it really brings us together as people. Lots of different people.
Especially when you're doing mukbangs on your Instagram. That is a good way to bring people together with food.
Yeah, and it keeps them back. You got to say it. I learned the trick is you got to say mukbang over and over because it brings the attention. Mukbang brings the attention back to the focus of the task, which is watching someone eat.
It's one of the many things that I love about you, but unfortunately, I think we have reached the end of our time. So how, like, I need you to just generally get back to being an icon, but thank you so much for doing this with me today. Is there anything else that you want to say about Vampire Fitness?
Yeah, I want people to really let the truth that this following statement sink in. Natural flavors and ingredients are at the heart of bringing people together.
Powerful. So powerful. I'm moved. Deeply moved. What?
Can I say it in Italian?
Yeah, go ahead.
Say it in Italian?
Yeah.
Con cibo sano e nutriente uniamo tutta la gente. Oh.
If somebody comes back and translates that and that's not what you said.
Yeah, I have my lawyer on the line. Well, Joy,
That's
what a
right.
pleasure.
That's
Thanks
right.
for talking with me. I love that you do this. I don't want anybody else to do it. So if they do, I'll have them assassinated. So you have this job forever.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Katya. You were always so kind to me. I really appreciate your generosity, and I cannot wait to hear this EP. It is out. Which date? What date? November 13th?
Yeah, Friday the 13th. Fingers crossed. It's only 18 minutes. So we can get back to business.
Right. There you go. All right. Thank you so much, Katya, for joining me. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. Bye.
Bye.